Kyle. So what is your involvement in sport? What relationships have been influenced due to sport? And can you discuss a key moment that you have experienced in sport?
So my involvement in sport was growing up. I played a lot of organized sport, mainly hockey. Throughout hockey, growing up, I made a lot of friends, connected really well with my coaches, and it helped me and my dad bond more just because he grew up playing hockey and he got me really involved in it. One of my most negative aspects in sport was probably when I got injured multiple times in one season, and that kind of nearly ended my career, just kind of slowed me down a bit. The next year I just kind of got cut from the team and just kind of affected me really big.
So Liam, what motivates you to watch sport, and what do you think has shaped your interest in sport?
What motivates me to watch sport is building a bond between me and my dad. He's a big Leafs and Blue Jays fan, and because of that, watching the games every night with him really created that bond that we share now with sport. I really feel that living in Canada really helped shape my interest in sport because we as a country love hockey, but also we're such a melting pot of different cultures and different types of people that a lot of international sports like rugby and soccer I've grown accustomed and learned to love because of that.
All right, so Marina, what is your most notable memory of history of Brazilian sport?
My most notable sports memory of the country that I was born, Brazil, is going to the Rio Olympic Games in 2016. We had the opening ceremony at Maracanã Stadium, which is the most famous ever soccer stadium. Like every sporting event, it not only touches many parts of the society, but it also served as a reflection of our problems, such as corruption, violence, and pollution in the Guanabara Bay. And however, for those 3 weeks, everything was left behind because everybody was so involved by personal and social reasons. It was also very special for me because I had the opportunity to see Serena Williams playing against Elina Svitolina. They're both my favorite athletes ever because I'm a huge tennis fan. So yeah, it was like the best day of my life, and those 3 weeks were amazing.
All right, Leo, so you chose the word policy. Can you explain to us in your own words how this has impacted your participation and involvement in sport?
So, a policy to me is when a group of people, such as a party or a government or an individual in some cases, comes together and they make a rule and need to take action. That's the whole point. And in my case, I've had one policy that really was very important to me when I was younger in hockey. I got hit in the puck by my coach, he used to play junior A, so he's pretty good. And he hit me right in the head, and I had a concussion. Now, as a goalie, in the past, we got pucks to the head all the time. And normally, it was just like, you good? Yeah, we're good. But that one really hurt. And thankfully, due to the concussion policy that we spoke about earlier in class, we checked it, placed, and I couldn't play hockey. I was off for a while.
Your thoughts on the government's involvement in sport, and how have your views changed from when you were a child to now?
So honestly, I thought the government would have put less money. I think it was around $200 million that we heard in maths class. And I thought they would put more money into professional sports, such as the NHL, the NBA, etc. But the municipal governments that work with that get much less. I think they take around, what was it, 20 million, maybe 10? Yeah, and I'm happy because I believe that sports should be a huge intake into the government. These leaders can use it when they're running elections to get people to join them. They use it. We saw Trudeau do it, Ford as well, and I think it's a huge part of the election, especially federal and provincial. When I was little, I never really thought of it really that much. I did like politics a lot. I followed politics. I thought about even doing poli-sci out of high school, but of course I love sports more. The government, in my opinion, puts a good amount of money, and I think it's about right. They could put a little bit more, but I'm happy with it.
Liam, can you identify a current sports issue that has happened before we started school in the fall here, and explain how it relates to one of our first 2 lessons in our class?
Well, a current sports issue that's going on right now is that a grand jury in the United States is currently investigating the MLB over their international free agent policy, as these kids coming out of the Dominican and Venezuela are about 13 years old, 14 years old, and they're being given illicit money to sign with teams. Human trafficking takes place, and a lot of PED use is being pumped into these kids to help them get ahead because they are coming from low poverty-stricken countries where this is the only escape that they can have. And this relates to the first lesson that we learned in class because of the morals of the whole situation, that these children are only 13, and even ethics. Is it ethical to be doing this? You know, teams are just trying to get a one-up to win a championship, and but are they doing it ethically?
Becca, can you explain to us in one way which your thinking about sport has changed so far by taking this class?
The one way that this course has changed the way I think about sports is how I never realized how sports and society can relate, such as why Canadians care about sports so much, like the social aspect of it and the personal reasoning for it, like the social aspect, the family and friends gathering, and the personal reasoning as like entertaining, gambling, and the self-identity.
Our top 5 values are
Discipline, because when motivation gives out, discipline's always there.
Teamwork, because it makes the dream work.
Willingness, because you can want everything, but unless you're willing to do it, you'll get none.
Kindness, because without kindness,
There would be no diversity in sport.